So let's talk about the meta we are right now. The meta we are leaving, the last meta, the farewell meta, if you want to call it that way. And I'm very happy about it. I'm very happy about the meta since 1.96. Especially when I look at older videos from some tournaments and I see the decks which dominated the meta back then totally. And we saw in the patch notes a lot of aggro cards got nerfed. Entropic Gaze, Inner Focus, Mana Vortex, Davis by Seal, etc. etc. I think our meta right now is pretty good because aggro is still good, of course, but it's not as dominant anymore. On the other hand, control decks are kinda out of the race, unfortunately, because we have Trials, which outvalue every control deck. Mid-range decks like Fault also generate way more value than they can. So that's kind of like Fault feels like a trial deck, which is kind of sad because that puts a lot of pressure on the control decks. Especially Xoxul is a perfect example. Or Strategos, they're both trying to race to fulfill the quest, playing like mid-range decks who generate suddenly extreme value in the end. So to win against them, you usually have to be faster than them because they're pretty weak in the beginning. And then you have Wanderer, which is like the best mid-range deck which exists in the game. Because the buff from Wanderer is just so silly. I mean, it's playing against them can often be like frustrating because you suddenly play Wanderer and then they play all the 2-drops, and the 2-drops turn into 3/4 for 2 mana with some great effects like healing or giving +2 attack or whatever. You think, oh, how do I keep up with that? And Wanderer itself is also a 7/7, so this is kind of difficult. But beside that, you can play a lot of stuff and it works. And that's great. It doesn't get shut down so hard like in other meta. And if they would ever come back, or had come back, I mean, to do a balance patch, if that was possible, I think some small nerfs to Wanderer, like either increasing the mana or reducing the stats, or probably both, and increasing the mana cost for Ray to hurt Fault a little bit would go a long way, you know? Because the other trials, they work, but they are not super strong, you know? And I think the 2 top decks we had for a long time now was Wanderer Ignorer and Fault. And Wanderer Ignorer especially. I think also Wanderer shouldn't be discountable. Maybe with Kushata, but not at all with Flash or Darkfire Sacrifice, because it's your win con. And it's already a big plus that you have your win con in your starting hand from the beginning. That's big, because you know on 6 mana you can play it. You don't need any other requirement. Cheating it out on 4 mana is really bad. And so I think that should also be a change. Then you have more time to prepare and to get your answer ready. But other than that, I think we have a great meta. And there's never a perfect meta, but our meta is really, really good, all in all. It's fun, you can play everything. Also because people are, I mean, they're always hardcore or hard trying players, or who enjoy the decks a lot. I mean, in Silver, it's always Xoxul, and some Strategos. I think people just find the effects of these decks too cool, and there will always be Wanderer players. But beside that, like I said, they can play what they want. And people are exploring a lot and coming up with new stuff, and that's fun. It was fun, and was a big variety. You never knew what was coming. And I also like that the trial decks created a new archetype for every faction. I mean, some didn't run that great for the game, but still, I like that there were suddenly more archetypes. I think we could have had a very worse meta for our last meta. We had way worse metas. We had metas where Magma with the finality was dominating everything. Banner with the Arcanist meta back then in early 2017, or the Agro High in October 2016. I mean, these were factions where 3, 4, 5 cards got nerfed over time. You have to imagine that. Silly. So, like I said, I like the meta a lot. The meta we have right now, I like it a lot. But I'm curious about your opinion. Tell me in the comments. Do you agree with me, or do you think there was a better meta another time? which was fairer, where more decks were playable, whatever. I'm curious about your opinions, and I like discussions. I also wanted to talk about future possibilities with Duelyst. I mean, it won't be very long, I guess. But is there a chance for Duelyst too? I think there's no CCG which has really a successor, but a CCG sure is also not that old. So maybe there is, and I would love that. I mean, the game was so great, and I would love what they would do in a Duelyst too. I heard people saying, but the players will be alienated because they invest a lot of money and time in the first game, and suddenly they lose everything and have to buy into a new game. Yeah, maybe, but it's not something like I think it's happening next year. So, Christmas 2020, they will publish Godfall, and that game will take some time. Maybe for 2022, they could publish or develop a successor to the game. So it would be 2 years after Duelist 1, and I think that's fine. That's fair enough to start a new game. A new game, new marketing, and new chance, a fresh start, you know. Maybe something Duelist needs. There's a lot of shit happened in the story between CPG and the community. I mean, we all know that. And with Bandai too. Don't forget Bandai. Don't forget the parts of the community which got suddenly banned from playing without any warning and explanation. And also, there's of course the fan project going on. I'm not sure you heard about it, but I will post the Reddit link in the description. And they already have an alpha, which is nice. So maybe this is something which is in some months up and running. And a worthy Duelist clone or successor. I'm not sure in which direction they will really go. I don't think they exactly know what they will do. Right now, they're trying to copy everything in the game, and then they will see if they do some balance patches, whatever. I personally, like I said, I'm very happy with Duelist as it was, so I don't want any big changes, but well, I play what I get. Not to forget that Norinator worked on a physical version of Duelist. He created cards for everything in Duelist, so you can print them and play at home with your friends. I think this is a great idea and solution. I have a lot of friends who would be interested in learning Duelist, but not as a PC game, but as a board game. I think this is really, really neat. There's also a project going on. It's not very far in, but I think in March is getting some more steam, gaining some more steam to create an app to help with the board game. There's a lot of RNG going on in Duelist, a lot of, keeping note of stats, and an app, if it's now an app-based or browser version, would help a lot with that. So I'm very excited about this option. To be able to play Duelist at home with friends at one table. This brings me also to what I plan to do in the future with my content, with my YouTube channel, with my Twitch channel. First, about my Twitch channel, I will stream. I will continue streaming. No Duelist anymore, unfortunately, but other games. And because I really like turn-based tactical games, that's what I probably play mostly. Maybe some other games which interest me. I mean, I like RPGs and whatever. And also, the other day I did a stream with my partner, Mephistia, and we had a great time. It was really fun teaching her Duelist. The videos are coming right now as I create this video. They're on my YouTube channel, and you should watch them. They're really fun. Seeing a new player, someone who has no idea about the game, about the genre in general, it's eye-opening sometimes. And I want to do that more with her, you know, not so much teaching like with Duelist, where we sat in front of the one PC and then she played and I gave advice, but playing some co-op games. Like, she likes Stardew Valley, we could play that. We have our, both microphones connected to the stream, etc., etc. There's a lot of options. I also would like to do that with friends, other friends. Maybe some members from the Duelyst community or from my Discord, some real life friends, who knows, just playing, I don't know, co-op games. I mean, there are a lot of great games out there, and maybe that's something people enjoy, maybe it's something I enjoy. I will try to test it for sure. I also will try to find a new CCG. If that is Mythgard, or Runeterra, or Feria, or I don't know what. Or maybe a single player one. But no, I try to find something for multiplayer. Because I think that's what most people want to see. Which is also interesting because you play against other players. It's also always great to have this competition, this challenge. Maybe find a game I really like, I really enjoy. I will for sure test several different ones. Also want to say something about my YouTube channel. First, don't worry about Duelyst content. I have Duelyst content till I think at least September, August, something like that. So many videos I have to edit and upload. So the daily Duelyst content, it will continue. Afterwards, I will probably, like I always did, take some stuff from my Twitch stream and upload it to YouTube. And if I find something new I like to play, I could imagine that I get into more recording, to record games, something I didn't do much with Duelyst. Only like once or twice. That I recorded live games. I mean, replay analysis, of course, I recorded them. So one or twice I did them on stream. But mostly it will be the games from the Twitch stream, and maybe I have some other ideas. Or maybe you have ideas for me. So if you say, hey, Boronian, you should do this or that, please post it in the comments. I really appreciate some ideas. Maybe we can do it. Maybe I like it. Who knows? So thanks for watching this whole video. It was pretty long. And I will see you soon. This is now the moment to thanks to a whole bunch of people. Thanks to Husuku for showing me the ropes in the game. He was a great teacher, and I really enjoyed his presence, or enjoy his presence, and really liked hanging out on his channel. He lured me into Twitch, and he's also the one who was my role model for streaming, if you wanna call it that. But I said I want to do it similar to him, and thanks for that, Husuku. Just thanks for the times. I mean, all the chats and stuff we worked together on, and thanks for making me a mod on your channel. I also want to thank CPG, especially Thanatos. You were an amazing community manager. After you stepped down because Bandai took over, we really noticed how great you were. It's always happening when we lose something, that we learn to appreciate it. But I already knew that before. I really liked our talks, the contact we had when we talked about stuff you could tell me, some inside information about future expansion or whatever. Stuff you could, or the review cards, for the wiki team. Thanks for that. Thanks for the support you gave us. Thanks for what you did for the Duelyst community. And also, R-Hacker, who did a lot of work before he joined GPG. Thanks for organizing the Meltdown League and the Team War stand. The Meltdown Discord is a great place for competitive players. It's breathed a whole lot of new life into the community, and it was really needed. Thanks for that, and thanks for trying to support Duelyst while you were working at CPG, and thanks for hanging out with me on my stream. I really liked the stream we did, the Divine Bond teaching sessions. Thanks, Sohan, for all the memes you provided to the community. There are several people building crazy decks, but I know nobody who were so successful with them. You had the craziest ideas. You came up with interactions and combinations nobody thought of, and you made them work. And recording your replays and putting them on YouTube channel was an honor for me. It's an honor to be able to share these crazy ideas, these fun replays with a big group of people. Thanks for that. Thanks for the person you are. And thanks, Son of Makuta. We started talking really early on in 2016. I mean, not early on in the year, but early on that I played Duelyst. I always appreciated just the way you are and your content, your decks, your videos. I enjoyed all our talks. We had long talks on Discord, on Reddit, many hours we put in to talk about Duelists and other things. And man, I really appreciate that. You are a great part in the community. You did a lot for them, and you're just a great person in general. Thanks for that, and thanks for being there. I hope that we won't lose contact to each other. Would be very sad. I appreciate your company. Thanks for that. Also, thanks to Starkly. My captain in Team was 5, the captain of Misplay Display. Thanks for gifting me the Salak Prime skin you got for being in the top 3 or top 5 tip givers in a month. I think wasn't you you were really the last one or the second last month where they did this thing where they gave the I think the best 3 or the 3 people who tipped the most 2 Salak Prime skins, and you really wanted to get the skins, so you tipped a lot. You were so nice to share one of the skins with me. I didn't forget, and I won't forget that. Thanks for that great gift. I really loved it because the Salak skin looks really amazing. Thanks, man. And thanks to my wiki team. Without you, the wiki wouldn't be what it is. I'm good at organizing, but I'm not good at coding. I don't know the code in general. And I was doing it all the hard manual way. But I had people helping me with this hard way, and then luckily we got some people who knew better and programmed great stuff. Thanks to the wiki team. Thanks Mycroft. Thanks Explain Truck. Thanks Anna. Thanks Bpost. Thanks Coswit, who came in the end with all his knowledge about the weirdest interactions to add them to the wiki. Thanks Diplo and everybody else who was there and who was part of the team or who left something on the wiki. This was a community project. It is a community project, and I'm very proud of what the community achieved there. Thanks, guys. Also, thanks a lot to my subs. I want to say especially Luvalon and Explain Truck and Aunt Jesus, who subbed continuously to me all the time, so many months, and are gifting subs to other people. Without you, the channel wouldn't be what it is. You are also central pillars in my community. I'm so happy to have you there.
I also want to thank everybody else who subbed in the past to me. If it was 1 month, or it was several months, guys, it meant a lot to me. It's the greatest sign of appreciation I can imagine. And I loved seeing you all in my community. You're the best.
Yeah, you are a big reason why it's so much fun to do all this stuff. Thanks. And thanks in the end to all my viewers, to the people who watch this streams and this video, who talked to me about Duelyst in one or the other way, and who came by, said hi on the stream or the Discord, or left a comment on YouTube. You guys are the best. You are the reason that I enjoy this work. Because it is work. Editing videos, it takes so many hours. It's also a reason why I don't play it much. I only play like 30 games a month, 20 to 30, because the work around it as a content creator takes a lot of time, but it's something I really enjoy because you give so much back, and that's great. So I want to thank for that, and like I said before, especially to everybody who came and said, "Hey, I like what you do." That's the best thing. Yeah, the amount of people who came by and that it was humbling. So thanks to you guys for all that. I hope we see each other on my farewell stream, which is happening on February the 27th. I will start early in the day, GMT time, and I will try to stream as long as the game is going, so the server shuts down. And I will have some special guests. So I don't want to tell you any names right now because this is a video, and I'm not sure I can deliver on my promises right 100%, but I will have at least 1 to 2 free guests, I hope, coming by, chatting, maybe playing with me. And I will tell you later, when I know it for 100%, who these people are. I will make an announcement about the farewell stream on Reddit and the forums. So, and maybe I will make even a special video on YouTube. So make sure you won't miss it. February 27th, I will be there. I hope you will be there too. And this is the end for today. And I hope that I will see you on the last day of Duelyst and afterwards too. Goodbye and good night.